And we are live. Good morning, crypto warriors, and welcome back to Gym and the Crypto, episode 805. Today is Tuesday, September 28th, 2021, and I'm King.
We're here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community, Monday through Friday at 10ish.
At 10ish, and today's top stories: Alibaba to ban crypto miner sales amid Chinese crackdown. Coinbase users can choose to deposit paychecks directly to accounts. Bitfinex paid a colossal $23 million fee to send $100,000 of USDT. And Facebook announces $50 million investment fund tasked with developing its virtual metaverse. But first and foremost, Bitcoin Zay, what is going on with those prices?
Oh, yeah. So our prices for today, Bitcoin's at $42,037, down 3.4%. Ethereum at 2,914 is down almost 5%. Cardano at 212 is down 3.8%. Binance Coin at $341 is down 1.5% today. XRP at 93 cents is down 2.4%. Solana at $134 is down 7.5%. Polkadot at 27.70 is down 3.7%. And coming in at number 10, Doge at 20 cents is down 1.9%. Sliding from the top 3 or 4 spot all the way down to 10. Looks like it'll slide out the top 10 sometime soon. So again, these coins switch a lot in the top 10. A lot of the ones that are there now, you won't see there next year. So you still want to hold, but you definitely want to make sure you don't fall in love with a lot of these projects. Starting to get iffy in that top 10.
Man, I had to look at this again. Like, hope, bro. Tether's number 3 again. Like, when was the last time Tether was back at 3? You got
it was Doge for a little bit, then it was Cardano, and then it was something else. It's Binance Coin at one point. I mean, again, market caps at that point. It's Hex on the other website. So just depends.
What's crazy is that Uniswap also slipped. Like, I just want to note this because, again, like, we can't gloss over this. People keep swearing up and down their projects, the best thing in the crypto. It's going to be bigger than Bitcoin, transaction speed, yada, yada. Chainlink's at number 15 now. Weren't they? Litecoin's at number 17 now. Bitcoin Cash is at number 18 now. Like, real internet computer, 22. Weren't they at number 9 for a moment? Then they had their time in the spotlight.
They were top 10 for a hot minute, 2 days.
Stellar's at 25. Ethereum Classic 28. VeChain Theta is number 32 now at $4.90. It's supposed to be the next big thing, of course. People, all those names, EOS number 39, Hedera Hashgraph 42, even though they're probably climbing more than anything. IOTA number 45, all of those names. Neo number 51, Waves 52. Bro, I'm about to die laughing right now. Listen, folks, for all those who think their project is the next best thing, you think you're just the smartest person in the room, you're way smarter than the 700 plus Bitcoin developers. Just understand all those tokens I just named used to be in the top 10. Every last one of them used to be in the top 10. But hey, Avalanche, I can't. Anyway, today's show is brought to you by Crypto Vantage, today's show sponsor. Shout out to Crypto Vantage. Of course, you can check them out at go.cryptovantage.com/gentleman-tech-crypto, where they have 15 days left for this Crypto Vantage wallet giveaway contest. We have definitely been pumping Crypto Vantage. They are touting themselves as a free online educational resource for you to learn all about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. So for those out there who are saying, hey, the masterclass is a little bit too expensive for me right now, go ahead and check out go.cryptovantage.com/gentleman-tech-crypto, where you can sign up for your chance to win a hardware wallet and $1,500, $1,000, or $500 to invest in crypto. There's 8 different ways to enter. One, of course, you've already done, which is sign up for their weekly newsletter. But you can also check them out on their website as well as their social media sites, like their Instagram at the Crypto Vantage on YouTube, Crypto_Vantage on Twitter, Crypto Vantage on TikTok, Crypto Vantage on Facebook, or share with your friends for extra entries. And again, we are promoting this because we do want at least one of our warriors to win some of this money. How cool would it be to see a crypto warrior say, hey, I was just watching the show every few days a week, won $1,500 in a new hardware wallet. Like, that's the stuff we like to hear. So again, that link is in the channel. And of course, we'll give it a quick shout out before we end the show. And want to give some good mornings and hellos to Leroy, Chappie, Alapio, Dallas, BK, Born, Bed-Stuy, Rays, Roy to 5'5". What up, though? That's hilarious. Michael Kennedy, 340, Les Square, New Jersey in the house. What's going on? Crypto Report Hub, DC. Let's see. Alipio said Zay was dropping dimes yesterday on Twitter. What you got going on Twitter yesterday, Zay?
Oh yeah, me and Justin did a Twitter Spaces with Bitwage, sponsored by Bitwage, just talking about different ways to use different Bitcoin products and how people can benefit, things of that nature. So yeah, just giving solutions, baby.
There we go. There we go. All right. Other than that, let's go ahead and jump into the show. Top story of the day. We're going to be talking about Alibaba and how they're banning crypto miner sales amid the Chinese crackdown. Now, it looks like any sellers that list crypto miners or relevant products on Alibaba platforms after October 15 will face significant penalties. Chinese e-commerce giant Alibaba is the next company to wrap up its cryptocurrency related services in response to the ongoing crypto crackdown in China. They officially announced Monday that its platform will prohibit sales of crypto miners and suspend categories for blockchain miners and accessories from its website on October 8th. In addition to stopping sales of crypto mining devices, Alibaba will impose a ban on using its platforms to sell major cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin, Ether, Litecoin, as well as smaller coins like the one I'm not going to mention you never heard of. Of course, it says here the restrictions involved aren't limited to just mining related hardware and software. Oh, wow. We will be banned in their store as well as relevant tutorials, guides, and strategies. Hey, we don't want you knowing shit about shit. If you even learn how to, y'all teaching people how to trade, we are hammering you right now. This isn't like crazy news coming out of China. What is crazy and dangerous about it is seeing that they're willing to go as far as to ban the hardware and the education. You're talking about burning books. So slippery slope, I think it sets precedent for other bigger countries who are thinking about banning some of the same things. But as far as Bitcoin is concerned, of course, the project Bitcoin, nothing has changed. Everything keeps moving. It's just one less user, right? What are your thoughts on this Bitcoin, Zay?
Oh yeah, well, two main thoughts. The first one being if they're banning crypto mining machines and the tutorials and the guides and strategies, it doesn't really stop the mining industry because then they'll just move to another country. People can buy it from anywhere. The second thing is, are they banning computers? Because technically you could just get a game mining or not even mining, just actual miner that is a computer and you turn it into a Bitcoin miner for later, or just a bunch of computers together. So I'll be interested to see what hardware exactly they mine because technically they're banning computers. So this just shows you how far they'll go in China to make sure they have control. And Alibaba had to bend the knee. We already know their CEOs. Is he on the run or kidnapped or where's Jack Ma
at? Jack, is he MIA?
Yeah, Jack. You remember Jack went missing a little while back, and nobody.
I can't even keep track of these heart attacks and people going missing no more in space.
Yeah, he had to get up out of there. China was like, "Hey, we ain't having that, brother."
He was like, "But these miner sales are amazing. We got to keep selling." They was like, "Oh, you want to keep selling them, huh? All right." It says here as well. Of course, this move came after the Chinese government had announced a new set of measures to combat crypto. As we've already told you, like literally since we started doing this show in 2017, I think we covered this at least 8 times. We read them off the other day. But again, we're also talking about exchanges here. Major exchanges such as Binance and Huobi subsequently halted some services in mainland China, while Spark Pool, the second largest Ethereum mining pool in the world, announced a total shutdown of operations. So this combats the whole, the biggest miners are all the mining powers coming out of China. They have all the Ethereum and all the Bitcoin. Well, they keep banning it as Bitcoins, they just said, people will move elsewhere. Them stopping the sale of it essentially is this market manipulation. If anything, they're just trying to stop the price. They're trying to stop the flow of capital gains into crypto. Reason being, because again, the war is won. Everyone sees the writing on the wall. So they're just trying to slow it down. Any type of stopgap you can perform at this moment is good. Anything to stop it from going to 52 to 56 to 80 to 90, like anything, right? They're like, keep it at 40. So their solution is the whole mining thing. I'm actually okay with this one as well, because think about it. Alibaba, a Chinese-based company, is selling miners. And for those who live overseas, of course, you know, you try to buy things like ant miners. It might take 2 to 3 months to come to you. Now, it is essentially being manipulated as well as far as when they send miners out. But they're doing that to control the mining power that others get. So you can imagine for their own country, where it'll probably take 2 to 3 days for a Chinese resident to order a miner and for it to actually arrive at their doorstep, where it's a matter of days. I can see them being like, hell no, we don't want 1.7 billion people to have miners at ease. Like, no, we need to make this hard. We need to add a choke point. The rest of the world can do it, but not us because it's just too much going on here. So I kind of get where China's coming from. Not mad at it. And again, the company has to make that money somewhere. Those miners aren't going to be sitting around collecting dust. Expect to hear about some boxes falling off the back of trucks and Facebook people trying to sell you some miners for the super low 40 to 60% off because they have to go somewhere. And they're not going to they didn't just create a bunch of miners and build a bunch of miners sitting in the back of a warehouse. Like they're going somewhere and they're going somewhere soon. Yeah. So now it's just about who gets to have them since China doesn't want Alibaba to sell them.
Yeah.
All right. Other news, Coinbase has said Coinbase users can choose to deposit paychecks directly to accounts. That is right. Why would you want to use Bitcoin to get away from the old regime where you can go right back into it? Customers will have the option to deposit as much or as little of their paychecks as they want in the feature rolling out in the next few weeks. Can I just be on record by saying, I actually hope it happens. I hope Coinbase just disappears off the face of the earth with everyone's crypto. All hundreds of billions of dollars worth of crypto, poof, vanish, go. And I hope it happens because that is literally the only way people are going to learn. Like to simplify this in this rudimentary form. Let's say this thing works. Coinbase does the paychecks. Bitcoin becomes a reserve currency. It becomes the backbone of government and the world as we know it, right? As we expect Bitcoin to do. Do you all realize the next big bailout, they're not going to need to call you. They're going to call Coinbase and be like, give me all your people's funds so we can bail out these banks and companies. We can circumvent humans because they don't have their own keys to they don't have their own private keys. So you can essentially do the same thing we saw happen in 2008, where these companies were too big to fail. The reason why Bitcoin was created in the first place, so you can control all of your value. We're going right back to giving it back to the federal government, essentially. So I'm not going to be mad again if either Coinbase disappears or the federal government taps them and say, hey, we need 30% of everything y'all got to help pay some bills for America or your terrorists. I'm not going to be mad either one of them happen. But again, Coinbase will soon allow United States businesses to deposit employees' paychecks directly into accounts at the cryptocurrency exchange. In a blog post yesterday, Coinbase Senior Director of Product Prakash Hirarami said that exchange will be offering direct deposits for workers who want to use their paychecks to purchase crypto with no transaction fees. Users can set up direct deposits through a supported payroll company on the Coinbase app or through a company's human resources department. Bitcoin Zay, what are your thoughts on this? I mean, this is what mass adoption looks like. This is mass adoption.
Don't do it. That's all I got to say. But again, mass adoption comes in many forms because that means if everybody's involved, you're going to have a bunch of different companies, just like Coinbase, who want to get a piece of the pie. And if you want people to directly deposit so that they can buy crypto from you, this is an easier way for new people who don't understand that, hey, yeah, you can deposit your money there and then call Coinbase and try and get it out. And good luck, because you might be waiting for a few months for your own money. So I wouldn't ever deposit my paycheck into Coinbase. I don't trust them. They're basically trying to become a crypto bank, like we told people. And again, some of the services that they offer, that have proven us right. So at this point, you're on your own if you still putting money into Coinbase. But again, it is newsworthy simply because there are millions of people that will do this just because of the no transaction fees and because they already have Coinbase. They'll be like, why not? And they haven't had any trouble yet. Not yet. One issue though, and usually people are like, all right, man, fuck Coinbase. I'm out of here. But again, some people just got to learn the hard way. So to the Warriors, I wouldn't deposit anything in there. But again, if you have family members that do it, just make sure if they turn it into crypto, get it off, man. And don't use your whole paycheck, just a small amount if you have to.
You know what? Listen, it's stories like this that make me say, all right, fine. We tried to fight a good fight for years. You all want to keep using Coinbase. Don't be surprised next Monday when we be like, hey, and this week's episode is brought to you by Coinbase. Brian Armstrong and the boys finally been that gentleman the crypto knee, and here we are on board. Like, we keep trying to fight the good fight. You all don't want to fight it. You all want to make it easy. Hey, Bitcoin, learning this is too hard. Let's just let Coinbase do it. All right. And that is why you start to have influencers and everyone else out there saying, fine, we're just going to keep rolling with the good times. This is what it is. Selfish God, shout out to Selfish God, said love when I make the live show. S1 Dubs, what's going on? Robert Kelly, good morning. That is not the name you want today. Cornelius Broadnox, what's going on? Afternoon Warriors from South Africa, what's going on? down there. Eric Horton, Action 76. Let's see. Minho Donahue, what's going on? Jake Fever, notes from Jew. Saw some pretty good comments right there. Let's see. Neo, the Chinese Ethereum killer at 51 is hilarious, said Leroy. You already know it. Deb Rock said Zay went to Howard. No, Zay went to North Carolina State. He just repping Howard.
And got on the Howard sweatshirt, baby. Got a red when you in DC.
Hey, we went to their homecoming though.
Hey, I married one of their women.
Oh, you really did? That is true.
I'm stealing y'all Howard women. That's about it.
Hey, hilarious. They say you better get that NCA&T, and oh yeah, we NC State. You know, hey, we go to NCA&T for homecoming too. Just do the same thing.
Just show up at homecoming.
We love G-Ho. It's all good. Let's see. Cryptocurrency said, after giving up on the customer service ticket from March 3rd, I tweeted Coinbase support this past weekend, and they got back to me in a few hours. So yeah, so if you tweet them, they will get back to you. They're not going to help you still, but they'll get back to you for sure. Oh, there you go. He said, okay, he actually got the assets back and moved them off last night. Well, there you go. They actually helped you out. I tweeted them before, and they got back to me, and they was like, yeah, still nothing we can do. Thanks for thanks for stopping tweeting publicly so we can act like we're helping you behind the scenes. Let's see. S1 Dub says some of the fundamentals of these coins are terrible. Distribution of coins, max and circulating supply, use case. I mean, let's look at whenever these new coins come out, look at the use case and say, why can't Bitcoin do this? And then look at the amount of coins, people. There's literally billions of coins. It is crazy. So make sure you check that out. Ali Pio said, you don't own Bitcoin, you save it for the next generation. Just bought the dip for my daughters. There we go. I love hearing that. All right, let's see. Bitfinex paid a colossal $23 million fee to send $100,000 to Tether. I saw this story. I did not believe it. I mean, I read through it and I was like, nah, I still wasn't believing it. I was like, let's wait till we get some more news. Zay was like, no, it's a real story. So Zay, what is going on with Bitfinex? And tell us all about how EIP 1559 help make those gas fees of Ethereum so much lower.
Hey, first of all, there's an open position at Bitfinex this morning because somebody got fired. That's all I got to say. Somebody whoever sent this is gone. They are fired completely, and it's presumed as a technical error. Bitfinex, they sent $23.7 million in gas fees for a $100,000 transaction. And again, they were sending Tether to the layer 2 subsidiary platform Diversify. And for reasons unknown, as they say, the exchange paid 7,626 Ethereum, equivalent to 23.7 million, marking quite possibly the largest gas fee ever recorded on the Ethereum blockchain. Whew, man, like I said, somebody is fired instantly. And even though Diversify promotes the service to avoid gas costs and frustration, saving you time and money with every trade or swap. Oh, well, you might as well take that off the website because that's a damn lie. And the average transaction fee for Ethereum right now is around $40. But again, somebody fat fingered it and sent. I actually checked the Etherscan. I don't know how they didn't double check it and see, hey, we're about to spend $23 million for a $100,000 transaction, but to each his own. And Bitfinex actually came out later and said, in transactions such as these, the fees are shouldered by third-party integrations with Bitfinex. This has also been confirmed by Diversify in their recent statement. They look forward to their investigation and having this matter sorted on their side. So it looks like they may not be liable for it. And like you just said, EIP 1559, of course, Vitalik had to jump in and say it's supposed to greatly reduce the rate of things like this happening by reducing the need for users to set fees manually. Yeah, I hope so, because goddamn, this is terrible. And the manual fees, when people do it, again, if they mess up, it's over. You just sent $23 million worth of gas fees and you can't get that back. So hopefully they can either recover it or somehow send it back. I don't know, but that's somebody's definitely got fired. Maybe a whole division might be gone this morning. So if you're looking for a job in the crypto industry, you might want to apply to Bitfinex.
Maybe a whole division might be gone for real.
Whole division might be gone. It's like, oh man, head of transfers, your interns, get out of here, please. Grab your shit, let's go.
I mean, it's crazy, like $23 million in fees. Like what? You are right. Like somebody has to go. Off GP is like somebody has to go. It's too much money. Somebody has to go off this. But again, this is Bitfinex and we're dealing with Tether and Ethereum. So who knows where that money ended up at the end of the day. Somebody at Bitfinex could have been making a call to miners like, hey, I'm about to send this transaction through, run me the price. But regardless of what happened, this is crazy to see. The blockchain is immutable, but the revolution we are part of is defined by our values as humans. And then thank you to the miner of block, whatever, who can confirm is returning. Oh, they were actually returning it.
Exactly. Yep. The miner has to return it, but they didn't have to. That's the point. Is the miner could have said, "Oh," but the miners returned it because, again, like they said, human values trumps all of this at the end of the day. So good for him, but I wouldn't send shit back. I'd be like, y'all stupid as hell.
Yeah,
you are an exchange. You're not an individual person.
I was just about to say an individual. Yes, individuals would have sent it back. Exchange, nah, no. Why are you exchange making these type of mistakes? Listen, for an exchange to make that mistake, they should have kept it, because what that was $23 million, a very expensive lesson they didn't learn earlier on in their lifespan, apparently. But it needed to be learned. You're right. I would not have given it back to exchange. They need to learn that lesson. So I'm with you on that one. Let's see a couple of comments right now. Kim Mitchum said, don't you dare learn about the Bitcoin foolishness while in 2021, talking about China. Everyone's saying that Jack Ma popped up for a quick Chinese Communist Party sponsored I'm okay video not too long ago, but he's probably under house arrest, and the CCP took his company from him. I actually did hear about that as well. That CCP essentially was like, yeah, thanks for building this up, and now it's ours. So it's unfortunate, but that's how it happens. S1 Dove said, who the hell would send their paychecks and the associated data, place of employment, salary? Exactly, the data is what's important. The place of employment, salary, length of employment, tax info, et cetera, to Coinbase. Those who want to take the easy way out, the shortcut, are the people who are going to, I'm telling you now, I think that would be huge for Coinbase. I think people cashing their checks for Coinbase is going to be huge. And I'm with you. The crazy part is they don't understand the type of data that they're giving to Coinbase, that Coinbase is going to turn around and spit out to other people in the crypto market and say, hey, we know people who are in the crypto market for sure and how much they make exactly to the penny. Come through. So we'll see what happens. All right, let's see. What do you know about that? Oh, what did you know about that Howard Homecoming? Hilarious. There's talking about Cash App. Technically, Cash App already does that as well. Kevin Hughes, Bitcoin is able. Now, I wonder what our thoughts about Hill Harper and the BWS app.
They still got a little bit more development to do, but I mean, great project. I've been working with them for the past few months, trying to get it so that they don't have as much trouble moving from banks to Bitcoin. But yeah, definitely a great project to check out. Make sure you download it, use it if you can, because it's probably going to be one of the best dollar cost average ways that you can use. Trying to lower the fees now too.
All right. LLJ said, first live show. I've been on board since you all did a show with Dr. Boyce. Much appreciated. And shout out to Dr. Boyce as well. We've actually had some people reach out to us from his side of the house for our masterclass. So shout out to Dr. Boyce and promoting that as well. Cryptocurrency said, how many Bitcoin are lost? Yeah, about 2 to 4 million are lost, they're saying. If 4 million are lost and 18 million are already in circulation, haven't we reached and are over the limit? What do I have wrong? No, we are not over the limit.
There'll be circulation. Technically, those coins are still they're out there somewhere.
That's true.
They're part of the circulating supply. So what circulating supply means that, yeah, exactly. It's just in a hardware in a landfill somewhere, but they're still quote unquote circulating technically, because even though they may lay dormant for years, we've seen wallets that haven't been moved since 2012 pop up. You know what I mean? Like somebody, oh man, I randomly found 7 Bitcoins from back in the day. So it's not as if the circulating supply is coins that have been found. All those coins are part of the 18 million that's out now. So it's really only for about 14 million being circulated, so to say.
And as far as the limit reached, no, we will not reach Bitcoin's limit into the year 2140. So nothing we have to worry about, or our kids, right? I think it'll be our kids who have to worry about it. So yeah, that 21 million Bitcoin will not be reached into the year 2140, which is why the halving is so important. So right now, let's say we have 18 million that's been out, probably only like Bitcoin, they say 14 million in circulation. The halving happens in the year 2024 again. So we go from 6.5 or some 6.25 to 3 point whatever Bitcoins you can mine every 10 minutes. 4 years from then, in the year 2028, we will go down to 1.25, whatever that is. 4 years from then, we will be at 0.075 or 0.65, whatever. My math's starting to fall off now. But literally every 4 years of the halving, we'll just have less and less to come out into circulation until the year 2140 is when the whole 21 million will actually come out. So that's that. Also, Bitcoin Benito says, shout out to Meeting Zay. Thank you for the tip. Shout out to Meeting Zay and all the other beautiful people at the Block Blockchain Billionaire Conference in DC. Let's run it back again soon. Okay. And it looks like I may have just lost Bitcoin Zay, but unless he comes back, it's all good. We'll cover his last story. Facebook is in the news. Facebook announces a $50 million investment fund tasked with developing its virtual metaverse. That is right. Facebook said they want to end on the metaverse as well. They've slated $50 million to be spent over the next 2 years through its XR programs and research fund. It looks like, again, our Monday announcement articulates Facebook's roadmap for building its metaverse with the funding slated to go back to global research and program partners looking to build out the platform in addition to internal research. The metaverse won't be built overnight by a single company. We'll collaborate with policymakers, experts, and industry partners to bring this to life, emphasized the announcement. This is why a Facebook metaverse, while it on paper should work, again, they have the community for it, over 1 billion users. They have the technology for it. They have the resources for it as far as money, the capital, the developers to actually build a metaverse. But the reason why a Facebook metaverse will not work is the same reason why it's stablecoin they try to launch wouldn't work. Right now, they're so scared of the government, they can't even think about innovation first. And when you talk about something like the metaverse, you need to be thinking innovation first. So not only is Facebook coming many steps behind Decentraland, Crypto Voxel, and I think like Meta World that just popped up now, or Super World or whatever. Not only are they coming behind these already established metaverses, but they're also starting off their metaverse thinking about regulators. They say it here. The metaverse won't be built overnight by a single company. They're essentially alluding to the metaverses that are already out there. And they're saying we'll collaborate with policy. Their first thing out of their mouth is we'll collaborate with policymakers. Why do you need to collaborate with a policymaker to create a metaverse? Again, this is why I think it won't work. Because instead of saying, hey, like, what new technology, what new innovations, what, like, the metaverse is so new. It's set, without thinking about the new stuff first, they're already going back to think about their parents. What is mommy and daddy going to say after we build this thing that we don't even know what we're going to build yet, how it's going to turn out, the implications of what it can do? We don't know any of these answers to these questions yet. We don't even know all the questions to ask because it's so new. But before we even dive into that type of thinking, we're thinking about what mommy and daddy is going to say as we start to build it. So they're going to collaborate with policymakers. First reason why I don't think it's going to work, because one of the reasons why the metaverse is so powerful and why it will be so powerful is that freedom, right? People are trying to make it as decentralized as possible. They're trying to make it as free as possible. But if you go in with it, building laws, rules, and regulations, why would anybody want to use that metaverse? That makes zero sense. So then they go on to say they're also going to collaborate with experts. Again, yes, there are some developers and there are people who are working in these spaces that know a lot more than others. But I would caution the word experts when you talk about metaverse, because again, you're talking about something that's only a few years old. So how many experts in this space are we already talking about? And then last but not least, industry partners to bring this to life. That's the last thing they said. That should have been one of the first things they said. They should be working with other industry partners, other people in the crypto community to build a metaverse, because that is where it's starting out right now. So again, I get it. I mean, you don't even need to go to the depth of the details when it comes to this story. The news is in the headline. Facebook is planning to build a metaverse in 2 years. I think they'll be 2 years too late unless they hire one of these developers, which is very possible. You know, they poach a developer from the Decentraland or Crypto Voxels. They hire them a bunch of money and say, hey, do exactly what you did here. But even then, I think they're going to run into the same roadblocks they did when they had the stablecoin they were trying to launch. Essentially, the government's going to leverage Facebook as a business with the metaverse. If the metaverse has a proof of concept, people can go into their metaverse and interact, make money, spend money, do all these things that they would need to contact and work with policymakers for. Essentially, policymakers are going to be like, this is too convoluted, this is too complicated. We don't want to go through this. If you all move forward, we're going to sue you. Same way they did with Coinbase. If you all move forward this lending program, we're going to sue you. And one thing I didn't mention with that Coinbase article that just slipped, with this whole thing with the paychecks, they hope to have a crypto credit card from Visa to offer 4% rewards back on all purchases, giving 4% crypto rewards. So it's not the same as their lending, but they're still trying to give these rewards back. And again, we know regulators aren't playing that. So again, I think this is a lofty goal by Facebook. Could they do it? I mean, do they have, again, the resources to do it? Of course. But will they actually do it? I highly doubt that's going to happen coming from Facebook. Let's see. Sergeant Crypto, I'm seeing some of these comments about some of the folks out there. Listen, I don't have nothing to do with nobody else's business and what they do on their platforms, but we can only appreciate when they promote us for sure. What's going on, Lift Hunt Game? Antonio said, Bottle Pay stopped me from using their services because I wouldn't tell them how much Bitcoin I was earning. Crazy how much data these companies are trying to collect. You already know it. Roland Wisher said, I heard Uphold was implementing that deposit feature, third party possibly. You guys know that worked out. So no, I got away from Uphold myself personally. Bitcoin Zay still likes them, but Uphold, as of recently to me, they have really started to try to get a lot more customer information. So I think the party may be slowing down over there as well. But other than that, that is the show for the day. Make sure you smash that like and share. And let me go ahead and last but not least, go ahead and shout out Crypto Vantage one more time. Of course, today's show was sponsored by Crypto Vantage, where you can check us out there at go.cryptovantage.com/gentleman crypto, where you have 15 days left to enter their Crypto Vantage wallet giveaway contest, where you can sign up for your chance to win a hardware wallet and get $1,500, $1,000, or $500 to invest in crypto with 8 different ways to enter. So go ahead and check out that contest. And other than that, if you're ready for some more deep dive into crypto, check out our masterclass. And tomorrow we'll be back with more crypto news. So make sure you smash that like and share. Let's see, last couple of thoughts. I'm looking at the last couple of comments. Ali Pio said Facebook is trying to be the Coinbase of the metaverse. Shaking my head. They probably are. Thomas, yes, Ready Player One is what everyone's trying to create. Roland Wishers, yes, they're trying to create some Black Mirror dystopian future. This is all true. This is all true. But again, if anybody can pull it off, possibly Facebook. And Chappie, last but not least, thank you for the reminder. VB comic drop in 26 minutes at 8 a.m. So for those who want to collect those VB collectibles, you can go ahead and check that out here in the next